I'm not used to use microphone, so I'm going to move myself here instead of standing behind the podium. I'm Phyllis Lan Lin. I am the Director of Asian Programs and the Associate Vice President for International Partnership. We're so delighted to have all of you here. I told Dr. Mary Moore, my boss, yes, my boss for many, many years, and thanks for coming, Mary, with your busy schedule. I told her that, what did I tell you? I forgot.
About the hope for the size of the gathering because of the distinguished guests.
I'm doing 100% administrative work now, so I don't have the so-called critical mass. I don't have students in my classes, and I won't be able to ask them or invite them to this event. But look at the crowd today. I really appreciate your coming here. We have a special treat for you. This is a cultural program. The purpose of today's event is try to introduce not only my good friends from afar. Two guest speakers came from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and one flew in from Chicago a couple days ago. All of them are Chinese Muslims, and they live themselves as Chinese and also as Muslims. They travel afar. All of them have visited Taiwan, China, Jordan, Europe, and Saudi Arabia. So today you will find fascinating life stories of all our three speakers, and I will introduce them in a few minutes. And I also want to thank many of our community friends also are here, people like Dan Mueller, a long-time volunteers for Uindy's different kinds of cultural events. And we also have a student's father who heard about his son talking about this presentation and then say, oh, I want to come to Uindy as well. So I just also want to let you know that University of Indianapolis is an open campus. We welcome not only our students only, but also community friends. And thanks for coming. In addition, we also have a good number of faculty who are here. People like Dr. Karen Newman, Dr. Marian Over, yes. And they have been working with our Chinese students for many years. And I don't know whether you have encountered Chinese Muslims or not. And one of the good news which we may bring or making announcement in maybe 1 or 2 years, that we are working on some sort of Chinese student scholarship program. We will try to bring some Chinese Muslim students to this campus in the near future. Hopefully our plan will come true. I would like to, first of all, say a gratitude to the a foundation, a special fund, that's the San Fan Min and Dao Yun Tong Memorial Fund. Mr. and Mrs. Min and Tong they were the parents of Marian Min, one of our speakers. Their parents, Marian's parents, also Muslims, and when they passed away, they left a memorial fund and for educational purpose. And we are extremely fortunate that Marian Min has been very generous, and she has designated Uindy will be one of the first recipients for the funding. And so that's why we have this event today. And thank you, Marian, for your generosity. This program also co-sponsored by Asian Programs and the two student organizations, namely Uindy Muslim Students Association and Uindy or Indianapolis Saudi Arabian Students Association. They all been working with me very diligently in the last few weeks to make today's event possible. let me just say a couple of very, very brief introductions of our guest speakers, and then Marian will follow up with much more detailed introduction of our speakers. The first speaker, Marian Ming, Dr. Marian Ming, she is a practicing attorney in Chicago, a very prominent attorney. When I use the word prominent, because she has taken pictures with the Clintons. That alone is very prominent, isn't it? And she also was appointed as one of the very first licensed non-American female or Chinese attorney in the United States practicing law. And she has been practicing law in in Chicago area for more than 40 years. And we've known each other for 30 years. Yes. And we meant to have this event 20 years ago. And then she was busy in practicing law and being busy in teaching. And so we postponed it to today. But timing is right. I think we made the right choice to schedule the event today. The first speaker is Aliyah Marlene. Aliyah Marlene, we call her Auntie Aliyah Marlene. She turned 91. She turned 91 a few months ago, and Aliyah Marlene and her husband, Mr. Tong, had visited our campus about 20-some years ago, and unfortunately, Mr. Tong passed away in 1995. Otherwise, he would have been here too. And Mr. Tong was the one who translated Quran from Chinese. No, excuse me, from Arabic to Chinese. And the book is one of the most popular Quran Chinese edition in China. And Aliyah Marlene also, as one of the authors for the University of Indianapolis Press. University of Indianapolis Press published 6 books directly or indirectly related to Muslims and Saudi Arabia. One book is called Saudi Arabia. Another one, The Other Middle Kingdom, A Brief History of Muslims in China. Muslims in China, that's the book which was written by Aliyah Marlene. And Muslim American Life, Islam in America, Images and Challenges, and Why the U.S. Needs Saudi Arabia. So just by publishing those 6 books, it gives us some notion about this university, that we, even though this is a Methodist university, but we embrace all religions. We embrace all groups. Diversity is our emphasis on this campus. Okay. The second speaker, Dr. Fazia Tong, also another amazing lady. She was born into a Muslim family, and she married to a Muslim. Actually, Fazia is Aliyah's daughter-in-law. And Fazia received her MD degree from University of Jordan. She speaks 4 languages. She travels to I don't know how many places. She told me she only attended 13 schools. And she established homeschooling programs in Arizona, charter school, and many other related educational endeavors in Arizona. Among all of her accomplishments, what also amazed me is that she bore 7 children. 7. And so today, after you listen to their amazing stories, you will have a new idea, new concept of what Muslim is all about, and also about what Muslim professional women all about. Because we have a journalist here, we have an attorney at law here, we also have a psychiatrist here. Amazing, isn't it? All right. So now, without further ado, I'm going to turn the podium to Dr. Marian Ming. She will do much more detailed introduction to our speakers. And then after our plan today will be, we'll have Aliyah to speak first for about 30 minutes. And then after that, we will have Chinese food, and we also specially catered 2 dishes, Saudi Arabia food. And I don't know what they look like, but I know they are good. That's all I know. And so we will have a break at 4 o'clock, and then we will have a taste of Chinese and Saudi food. And then we'll follow with the second speaker. And after the presentations, our own